So yesterday was the 31st day of protesting in the city of Elizabeth City over the police murder and assassination of Andrew Brown Jr. And so at around 1 p.m., there was a press conference. At the press conference, we signed a petition to demand accountability and justice in the Pasquotank County Sheriff's Department and other adjacent platforms. After that, we took a little group and we went over to a local kids lemonade stand down the street. As you can see, this is pretty impressive here. There's this giant lemon character, and it's just, a really good time. And so I got some lemonade, and that's pretty cool. And that's, this is one of the things I love about, doing this kind of stuff is, now I got to meet an 8-year-old and try her lemonade. And then I gave her money. Except I didn't, because the city councilman paid several $100s for free lemonade for everyone, which is pretty cool. And so now then we get back to public safety. And the police come out and try to talk some stupid shit to us. So I want to be very clear. I have recorded both of these police interactions. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, if I am doing anything with them at all. So not yesterday, but day before yesterday, day 30, Felton and a different cringe crew. So Felton came out both times, but the other two officers were different. The first time, I believe, actually maybe it was just one officer was there. I don't know. But either way, Felton's the guy who's, I fucking hate this guy. So yesterday he says we're allowed to, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, he says we're allowed to take water breaks in the street as long as we're within a certain window, whatever. And so we think that's stupid, but that's what he said. Now yesterday, day 31, he says we have to take water breaks on the sidewalk, or rather, someone else says that. I think the deputy chief says that, and I speak up and I say, well, Felton, that guy over there, the guy standing right next to you, said that we don't need to be on the sidewalk during a water break. And then Felton was like, I never said that. I never said that. And then I told him that I got it on video and then I would show him at some point. So I'm going to do that at some point. But either way, the police have been coming out before the protests start to intimidate us. And it's honestly a little bit embarrassing that people are putting up with it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm going to be 100% straight up with y'all, anyone out there pretending the cops are on our side in any capacity, it's embarrassing. It's you make the rest of us look stupid. And I don't want to be too rude about that, because the cops are coming out here and treating us like we're animals. They're treating us like we're fucking chickens in a fucking zoo. They're treating us like children. They're treating us like fucking morons. Right? And so they come out here. Felton says one day we can stand in the middle of the road and drink water. Then in the next day he says that we have to be on the sidewalk. And so today we decided to just stand in the middle of the road, and they did threaten to arrest us. So I just want to throw that out there. These dumb motherfuckers are changing the goddamn rules every single day. And honestly, again, just shut the fuck up with your pro-cop shit. I'm sorry. I'm at the point where it's they're coming out here specifically to intimidate us. And we do have a few members of the crowd that are not responding properly to that. And it creates a very, in my opinion, unsafe environment. But either way, again, these people are garbage. If they wanted to do their jobs, they would have arrested the police that murdered Andrew Brown. I mean, again, I want to point this out again. On day 30, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, Felton came out, and we had an incident where a drunk driver was threatening us. And I could smell the fucking alcohol, so could the rest of us smell the alcohol from his car. And Felton was right there in front of him and told him to leave and did not arrest him. And then Felton, the day before yesterday, was like, I didn't smell any alcohol. And then the rest of the crowd was like, we were there and we all smelled it. We have 10 witnesses to say we did. And then Felton was like, well, that's just your opinion, right? And I'm like, what the fuck, right? So I just want to be very clear. These cops are garbage. They're all trash. Felton especially. Fuck this guy. He's terrible. The worst fucking one of them. They're all trash. They're all garbage. The world would be better without all of them. If they all disappeared tomorrow, we would throw a fucking party. I fucking hate the cops in Elizabeth City. I fucking despise them. They're two-faced, duplicitous little scumbags, and they treat us like we're fucking children, and I don't play that fucking game. I'm a fully grown motherfucking adult, bitch. You don't get to tell me where I can and can't drink fucking water. I'm a human goddamn motherfucking being. If I need water, guess what, motherfucker? I'm gonna fucking sit down wherever the fuck I want, and I'm gonna drink some motherfucking water. And you can do whatever the fuck you think is appropriate, and I can react in turn. So anyway, the cops get the fuck out of there, and we all organize to talk about what we're gonna do today. And so then we start doing it. Yeah, I got like mucus in my fucking body right now. There's like mucus inside of my body. All right, hold up. I'm sorry you had to see that. Oh, Lord. All right. Back on top, folks. All right, so where were we? So we start marching toward the motherfucking bridge. And so basically what we do is we file a permit to take up the bridge as many times as possible and walking as slowly as possible while we do take the bridge. And so we have a pretty decent crowd. Again, this is the 1 month anniversary of Andrew Brown being shot and killed. But Lord have mercy, Max the goddamn dog. Look at this animal. Look at this animal. This is a wild fucking animal. Anyway, and so we stopped by the snow cone shop. Where there was an interaction yesterday. I don't know if I recorded, or I did record it, but I don't know if I posted it. But I'm going to play this with audio.
Deserved what he got.
Fuck you!
So what he was saying is the owner of this little building right here is like a little snow cone stand. And when we were marching past there yesterday, the guy came out the window and said that Andrew deserved to die or whatever. So that's the context here.
Fuck you!
Then the next day we came by, and he came out with bug spray, and he said, what? Jesus saved. Yeah. And he had his bug spray to spray around. Yeah, that's the reason why we come past this place to make sure. So we want everybody to make sure.
It's also, from some crucial context, is that the guy that owns the shop is a pedophile, but is in some capacity in bed with, and I say this, not to be, but they're friends with corrupt police officers, and they managed to get all their charges dropped. Even though they were picking up children, this is something that people said that had been happening over the last 10 years or so. This guy just picks up random children and gives them ice cream, and then they worked with police officers to get charges dropped and to make sure that they weren't on sexual assault registration lists or whatever. So that's another crucial bit of context. Again, when the local police want to come out here and say that they support us, yet we have people like this in our communities that have gotten off scot-free, right? It's a little weird. It's interesting, right? It's interesting.
Okay? Everybody understand?
Y'all didn't know, y'all know now. Pedophile.
Say his name.
Pedophile.
Fuck. That lady is so amazing. Fucking, say his name, pedophile. Lord have mercy. But anyway, so we move on, and we circle back downtown. And today, the goal was to just take the bridge as many times. So we go from downtown to the bridge. And then we take our water break. And then this is where police threaten to arrest us as we take our water break. And again, we were there for 5 minutes, right? If you want to look at the timestamps here. 6:43 p.m., 6:46 p.m. So it's we were there for about 5 minutes, give or take, the time it takes to upload a clip, We were there for about 5 motherfucking minutes drinking some motherfucking water. And these bitch-ass, dumb fuck, shit-for-brain cops threatened to arrest us. Again, I want to remind you. These cops are not our friends. They're not here to, sorry, you got to get out of the road or else we're going to arrest you for your own safety. No, motherfucker. They're here to intimidate us, right? And so I personally think we should have just taken the bridge, but, whatever. People didn't want to do that. And so we decided to march back around. And so we decided to just keep doing the route over and over and over again. And we just, I think we did 4 laps or so. And it ended up being pretty decent. The energy levels were pretty high. People were like really into it, but like, you know, no one did anything at the end of the day. And so, I mean, that's a little disappointing, especially for the 1 month anniversary. But at the same time, we did hold the line. We had decent numbers and we did do a demonstration. And so at the end, we basically just like stayed around the public safety department and just demanded the arrest of the officers who assassinated Andrew Brown 5 minutes away from my house. And so that's what we did for about 20 minutes. And then we just decided to break apart and plan for the next day, which will be day 32, folks. 32 motherfucking days. Isn't that crazy? And so it's 32 motherfucking days. And yesterday it was 31 motherfucking days. And again, I want to be very clear that I support the protesting 100%. But, there's a lot of people that feel like, some things are not as effective as they want. And so a lot of people are trying to push the protest into a little bit more of a radical direction. And that does not include violence or property damage or anything like that. We're talking about, like, occupying stuff like the bridge. We're talking about, like, occupying certain streets downtown. We're talking about, like, doing all kinds of different ways of disruption. And I'm not going to go into many other examples because I know the cops watch my show, motherfucker. You think you're going to get any info out of me? You're not, bitch. And so, so we got some other plans coming about how to stick it to the economy of Elizabeth City, how to stick it to the police of Elizabeth City. And let me just tell you, people are fed up and they can't take it anymore. So just throwing that out there. And that's, that's the recap for day 31. There you go. I thought it was pretty good. I had a good time. Again, I wish we did a little bit more action at the end, but whatever. It's fine. As long as something happens again at some point in the future, I'm good with it. So there you go. That's the scoop.